the third millennia, in a strange place known as the United States of America, a war was brewing. Brainwashed Marxist idiots in colleges across the nation clashed with equally brainwashed, anime-obsessed neo-Nazis. Starbucks windows were shattered, Dodge Challengers were totaled, and Muslims realized that rental vans were cheaper than plane tickets. Skinny, anemic millennials from coast to coast were hospitalized with life-changing injuries such as sprains and first-degree burns. And the heroic knights of 4chan rose up to defeat Shia LaBeouf and drive the evil villain into a descent towards a madness the likes from which he would never recover.
No, easy, hold on.
As the enemies of freedom destroy the cities that raised them. As America begins to resemble an Iron Maiden album come to life, two heroes have risen up to fight against a culture of utter madness and restore sanity the only way they know how.
What the fuck?
By refusing to take any of it seriously. Mersh.
Buzzer, what is up with Tarantino, man?
What?
What happened to him?
People say I got a real twisted sense of humor.
He looks like he should be on the back of a $10 bill.
Oh my God.
Royce Lopez.
I don't know what it is about him.
Hola, me llamo Royce.
Maybe I'm sick of hearing about him.
Yeah, I don't like hot ham.
Maybe it's his face. He's a punchable face.
You wouldn't download a pig, would you?
He's done nothing to me. He's probably a nice guy.
I don't care.
I don't know what it is about the guy.
Big Cranberry has been lying to you.
Bound forever by their mutual love of smoking marijuana, Simpsons references and affection towards Alex Jones, these two men have joined forces to bring you uncut news and opinions directly from the belly of the beast.
He looks like he should be flying a kite with a fucking key on it. Brendan says he hasn't been able to use the N-word for a while. That's the source of his youth.
Saving Western civilization one childish dick joke at a time. Here they are, your new heroes of the Imperium, Mersh and Royce.
Oh, hello everybody. Welcome. How did you guys get in here? Revenge of the Sis, boys and girls. We're here. I'm here. You know, Royce is here. Fucking Chinaman's here. Everybody's here. All right.
on our Patreon channel, which is a different channel than our backup channel, which is a different channel from our main channel.
Which is different from the Clips channel, which is
Right.
also a channel, and then the regular channel.
Right. So we have a lot of channels.
We're also on Darius Grouch III's Rumble.
Darius Rucker Grouch III's Rumble.
Sorry, you're right.
Thank
I
you.
apologize.
That's okay.
So we starting off. Can we talk about some beefs here? I got some beefs.
Oh boy, he's got some.
Are we
beefs.
coming in with beefs?
He's got some beefs.
I got some beefs. I'm hot, and I'm coming in hot, and I got some beefs.
Well, hold on. Can I play some I think all the shows have really really good production. Do different do different music and stuff like segments. You've been watching that morning show, for example. So here I got some music. This is Mersh has some beefs.
I got some.
And your beef.
Well, now it's not. That's not good beef music,
Are
though.
you sure?
Little Spanish Flea is not a good beef song.
Are you sure?
Look, can I take everybody to Bovine University or not?
Okay. Yes, I apologize.
Because you're being a real grade A moron.
Good reference. I love it. Here you go. This is beef music.
There we go. Now we're talking.
There you go.
Now we're talking. Let's get everybody hype. I'm calling you out, Kathleen Walsh.
Oh shit. Oh,
From The
shit.
Independent.
Oh shit.
For lazily not attributing my quote in your article about incels defending Brian Laundrie, okay? You sort of did some sleight of hand and made it appear as if Mike from Sword and Scale said something when I am, in fact, the incel that said the thing about Gabby Petito. So I want you to fix your mistakes. Lazy journalism.
So, okay, for those that don't know,
They also referred to Mike's show as Swords and Scales and called him Mike Bouquet. So this woman, Catherine Walsh of The Independent, is obviously a Ronan Farrow with a vagina.
Mm-hmm. So what? Yeah, okay. And what happened?
We're beefing. I want a retraction. That's all. No, I said something that, a couple weeks back, which when we thought Gabby Petito hit Brian Laundrie, which was what the information was on the body cams, she even admitted it. They coached her into getting out of trouble. Like, oh, no, it's okay, sweetie. And they treated her with kid gloves, and they let her ride off into the sunset. And then she got allegedly murdered a week later by her boyfriend. So I said she'd still be alive if they just treated her like a man and arrested her based on the information they had. And now this Catherine Walsh, by the way, she's a real looker, is now burying me in the lead, calling Mike a batch of flowers, and can't even and is pluralizing all the words in his show name like she's a black dude from the Bronx.
It's just sad what's happened to journalism,
Yo, dog. Yo, you like that Swords and Scales, dog? Yo, man. Yo, I was listening to Swords and Scales the other day, homie. You know that dude Mike Bouquets?
He crazy, though.
Yo, that Mike Bouquets, man. Swords and Scales, homie. That's my shit.
So Kathy Walsh, what you're saying is, and you're affirmatively saying Kathy Walsh murdered Brian Laundrie
Yes.
to cover up his murder. Is that correct? Are you going on the record?
No, but you know what? Let's go with that. I like that. I mean, I was just going to go on the record as saying that Catherine Walsh is just a dumb bitch.
Okay,
who probably
I mean-
should proofread her articles. Maybe proofread it before you drink your box wine, you fucking cat lady. Well, I guess I can't use that as an insult anymore. Look, the point is, fix the article. Give your boy a little traffic.
Now, before the very first thing that I have to do on the show today is because there's some new rules that have been put out by YouTube.
New rules, okay? Can we have Bill Maher announce them?
No, they wouldn't let him. He'd be considered too right wing now. For being a '90s liberal, he would be too right wing. Well, so here's the title of the article. YouTube will now block all anti-vaccine content. Now, what does that mean? Well, I'll read the important part of it. Specifically, content that falsely alleges that approved vaccines are dangerous and cause chronic health effects, claims that vaccines do not reduce transmission or contraction of disease, or contains misinformation on the substances contained in the vaccine will be removed. This would include content that falsely says that approved vaccines cause autism, cancer, or infertility. Our policies not only cover specific routine immunizations like for measles or hepatitis B, but apply to general statements about any and all vaccines.
I've had it. I'm done.
And it says, let's see.
I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to be on this planet. I'm done.
They've suspended accounts from Joseph Mercola and Robert F. Kennedy Jr.
And thank God, because it's about time. It's about time that smug Robert F. Kennedy Jr.
Was he the one in the bunker?
The bunker?
Yeah, the Q. Which Kennedy was in the bunker, according to Q?
That was John F. Kennedy Jr.
John F. Kennedy Jr.
Remember, QAnon people aren't smart enough to think that a living Kennedy could be maybe organizing a coup against the globalists. No. They picked one of the dead ones, one of the famously dead ones.
Okay. Well, there you go.
But no, Robert F. Kennedy, listen, Robert F. Kennedy Jr., and whether you're into his liberal gobbledygook or not, has a storied career of being involved in environmental issues, consumer rights issues, consumer safety issues. He's the guy that headed up the suing Monsanto for the people getting cancer. He's against factory farms, coal. He's I don't agree with a lot of his, all of his stances, but it's not like he's been this like self-filleting guy that runs for Senate every year and like this guy's just focused on like being basically a liberal Ralph Nader.
He's also married to Cheryl Hines, the wife, or I guess now ex-wife on the show, Curb Your Enthusiasm.
By the way, nice.
Yeah, so...
could have said spoilers. I didn't know they got divorced in the show, but whatever.
That was like season 2.
Oh, that's right. They just live together, right? Or whatever.
Yeah, well, no, she's still on the show a lot because they're divorced. Like, it's not like they got divorced fucking the last season. They've been divorced.
Oh, I didn't know that. She is on that show a lot. By the way, Robert F. Kennedy, nice. That's a nice land. She's a fucking
good stock.
Broad, man.
Aged well. Done a little work, but she's aged well. This is her very.
But she doesn't have like the inflated like lazy river tube lips or anything. You know what I mean? Yeah, she's had some work done. She had the good work done.
Yeah, this is her now.
That's a hot old lady.
Can I say the only thing that's ever bothered me about her is her teeth? She has a lot of teeth. It's big teeth, big
well,
teeth.
I was gonna say they're big, Royce. You don't get more.
Okay, tell that to Sharks.
Well, it's not shark. I'm not talking
Frozen,
about shark.
Put that on the list. That's a point for me that I got him with the shark thing.
I meant people don't get
extra.
extra.
On here too.
Yeah, street sharks. You think? What about street sharks? They're half people, and they also ripped off the Ninja Turtles.
It's true. Everything he is saying is valid.
What was a bigger ripoff, street sharks or Battletoads?
Street Sharks.
Oh.
Well, Street Sharks was the worst one, but Battletoads was, I think, a little more flagrant.
So we're ignoring Biker Mice from Mars, I guess. Apparently,
everybody ignored Biker Mice from Mars.
Nobody watched that. There was no kid that was at my school that was like, "Can't wait for Biker Mice from Mars to come on."
Oh my God! I just looked up Cheryl Hines. We could take credit. She's a Florida girl.
Yeah. Whoop whoop.
Frost proof.
Oh no, she's from Frostproof. So anyway, what this vaccine thing means from YouTube is that you're not allowed to question the effects of vaccines, even if there's like proofs or something. Like, for example, if one of your relatives dies from a vaccine, you're not allowed to say that because that would be saying that the vaccine's at fault.
Oh, okay. Oh, hang on, Royce. I was lagging behind. Let me do my surprise draft. What? No way! But that's censorship. What about the First Amendment?
I'm calling Crowder right now. I'll have you know. He's not picking up.
I can't even like jokingly do that anymore, right?
I know. I mean, we all knew it was coming. Look, I mean, that's exactly the thing. It's maybe we've just been beaten down, but like 4 years ago, be like, I can't believe this is crazy, and you're like, yeah, it's about right. That adds up. So, go watch us on the Government Rumble show or whatever. That's what it's called,
Yeah,
right? Government Rumble?
Watch us on, it's moneyplane.rumble.
Moneyplane.rumble.
Hootie and the Blowfish.
Hootie and the Blowfish / Kelsey Grammer. That's how you find the show. It's a really easy one, okay? It's an easy one to remember. You're not allowed to say anything on YouTube. But we already knew that. That's why they hit us with the Veritas thing, and they were like, "Yeah, no, tough shit. You're just eating that strike, so eat it." But the good news is that yesterday's episode was about 3 hours late because I had to trim out a 4-second clip of Knight Rider. Because it tells you how long you have to trim out. It was 4 seconds of the commercial, which, by the way, I could have fought, right? Because that's obviously fair use. It's completely transformative. But I didn't even bother fighting it because, yeah, you could fight it, but then they have your videos locked up for like fucking 30 days,
I would have just submitted an appeal and then in the body of the letter just wrote the N-word.
Gutsy move, okay.
It is a gutsy move, but again, do you want to be a sheep or a shark?
And then I get the reply, "Dear Tariq Nasheed, I am very sorry you think that YouTube is making you gay.
We're sorry that you think that white men are beaming your gay thoughts into your head.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, there's no evidence to suggest that. You probably just want to fuck dudes. Sincerely, YouTube, Team YouTube.
Oh, somebody checked our Rumble site. Hobo Chili Recipe says, "I tried, and all I'm getting is clips from the movie Down Periscope." So,
That's actually better.
it's a good... Harlan Williams is in that movie, I'll have you know.
Let's be fair here, right? That is not a bad gig.
I'd
rather watch that than this show, frankly.
I would rather watch that than most shows, to be honest with you. Down Periscope was one of those movies that I saw a bunch of times because my grandparents had HBO and it was always on. So I was like, I'll just watch Down Periscope.
Your parents had HBO and that's what you watched?
Well, I also watched the late night, Real Sex. And I watched Arliss. Remember Arliss?
Arliss.
Remember Arliss? So let's go check out
Yeah, Paul, you like the Arliss? Yeah, Arliss.
Let's check out this Aaron Lewis concert.
How do I find live Revenge of the Sis on Rumble?
Well, it's a Patreon.
Oh, that's right. It's a patron show today.
It's a Patreon. It's a Patreon show. So
let's talk about Rumble. Got me curious.
It's a Patreon show, so we'll not be on Rumble today. Every episode we've done is on Rumble for 2 days, and I've been posting selective clips up there too to kind of get all the feds that work at Rumble excited.
They are all feds, aren't they?
Yeah, they're all feds. Yeah. So remember Aaron Lewis?
How, again, you asked me this off the air. Let's not pretend like you didn't, and I didn't get righteously angry at you for pretending, downplaying
Aaron Lewis,
the international superstardom of Stain's Aaron Lewis.
Well, let's see. This is how it's going for Biden.
Let's get those lighters up.
Fuck Joe Biden, chanted.
Oh my God, and he's encouraging it.
He is encouraging it. That is correct.
That drummer is 100% encouraging this.
And see, the thing is like I watched that Woodstock '99 documentary that they did. Excuse me, rockumentary that they did, and it was. Was it on HBO? I don't remember. But anyway, it was actually pretty, half of it was interesting because they were showing a lot how fucking crazy that was. Like, people basically throwing shit at each other, I
remember wanting to go to Woodstock 99 so bad and just being too poor.
Yeah, well, you're lucky you didn't.
And then I remember it happening and being like, even as a kid, when when you're young and edgy and you're like, oh man, fires and rapes, man, I would have been there. But literally, I remember even being an edgelord teenager and going, wow, I'm glad I didn't go to that.
So it was
terrible
when they were covering what was happening, how hot it was, and how they were charging a lot of money for water, and they turned into a riot and all that stuff. All that stuff was cool, but then they had these little opinion pieces from modern fucking music writers, which were basically all black dudes. And gay black dudes specifically. And one of them was saying yeah, it was really fucked up because, DMX was there and he was, he was doing what these bitches want from a nigga or something. And the crowd, and he was encouraging the crowd to sing along, and it was mostly white people at Woodstock 99, obviously. And the crowd was singing along, and they were saying the N-word. And he was implying that, like, they just wanted to say it, you know? They, like, wanted to say the N-word.
I'm
And
sorry,
like,
but that generation, or our generation, frankly, had more racial harmony going on. Like, they've done more to undo all of that in the past 10, 15 years. Mm-hmm. But, like, that was a different time. There wasn't nobody at Woodstock was going, wow, that N-word DMX is going on stage. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there wasn't, all those kids got along. We got along. We didn't have all this post-Obama bullshit.
So they did that, and then Moby was performed there, right? I know. Can you believe it? And he was looking at the lineup was like, look, it was 99 in a nutshell, right? It was like Limp Bizkit, Korn. Here, actually, I gotta pull it up because when I read it,
is that back when Moby was totally dating Natalie Portman? Remember that?
Yes, it was when he was totally having sex with her.
And then she was like, "Yeah, that never happened."
So anyway, Moby was like, I really didn't like being there because, it just shows you that, like, Woodstock 99, metal went from being something was counterculture to just being something for white people. It was just something for angry white people.
Wait, what did he think metal was before that?
Well, he's an idiot. He's Moby. Keep that in mind. Woodstock 99 was, ready? It was Aerosmith, Bush, The Chemical Brothers, George Clinton, Collective Soul, Counting Crows, Creed, Sheryl Crow, DMX, Everclear, Everlast, Fatboy Slim, Foo Fighters, Godsmack, Guster, Ice Cube was there, Jamiroquai, Jewel, Kid Rock, Korn, Limp Bizkit, Los Lobos. Remember Los Lobos? Yeah. Dave Matthews Band, Metallica, Alanis Morissette. Listen to this: Rage Against the Machine, Sugar Ray, Red Hot Chili Peppers, The Offspring, and Wyclef Jean and the Fugees.
And I'm also going to just say Limp Bizkit again because they deserve to be mentioned twice all the time.
They were that concert. They
kind of were.
Yeah.
No, they kind of were, like, unironically, the best part of that.
There were some legitimate things that I will say that, that was kind of fucked up. Like, they were pointing out how, like, a lot of the girls that were crowd surfing were getting groped and stuff, and, like, their tits were getting grabbed and their pussies were whatever. But they also pointed out that, like, dude, like, 80% of the women there were topless. They were just walking around topless, hanging out, which, if you've been to a music festival, that's not that crazy. But yeah, they turned Woodstock 99 instead of what happened, which was a riot because they didn't plan out the water right, they didn't plan out the porta potties right. They turned it was white rage. The beginnings of white rage was Woodstock 99.
Oh, okay. Right. It wasn't that they were covered in shit and they were charging like $10 for bottles of water, but no.
Yeah.
That was white rage.
White rage, yes, correct.
God, they have to turn everything in. Again, 99, I remember 99. I don't remember a time in my life that was more, like, racially harmonious.
Dude, that's right, dude.
When we were young. Like, I don't remember there being I remember there being a little bit of, banter back and forth, maybe a couple little things, but there wasn't, like, any systemic oppression.
Dude, Limp Bizkit was making songs with Method Man and Redman. Remember that? Like, that's what it was. You know what it is to go to a music festival that has DMX and Metallica? What else look, I understand it was a shit show, but honestly, if it didn't go bad, that's a cool lineup. I would have, in 99, I wouldn't want to see these bands now, but in 99, hell yeah, I'd go to that.
And I'm willing to bet fucking dollars to donuts there was way more young black kids at Woodstock 99 that you have now at Warped Tour wearing Dragon Ball Z hoodies. So I don't want to fucking hear it.
Yeah, no, you're right.
What do you have? Travis from fucking
Gym Class Heroes?
Gym Class Heroes.
I got you. Don't worry. Any Gym Class Hero stuff, I got you, bud.
I got the ball on the rim, and Royce is the one that came in and just tapped the ball in.
Another gentleman that dated Katy Perry.
I will say, though, going back to Aaron Lewis, does this mean that Now we're going to have to listen to insufferable right-wingers for the next week and a half talk about how much they always loved him.
Well, I feel these lighters, bro. I feel those lighters, you know?
Oh, I always liked Stained. That guy was, I think about that guy all the time. I bet you do.
I still buy his new music.
Yeah, sure. He does country music.
Mm-hmm. Probably.
When is he did country too. When is he going to collaborate with Darius Rucker?
Did he do I think he did. I think you might be right.
Did he switch to country?
Yeah. I think you're
That's
right.
when he fell off because everybody was like, yeah, it's gay. Nobody likes that.
Kind of like when Sting started playing with a lute. All these people try to reinvent themselves, but they do it in the wrong way.
Yeah, like it didn't. Like the reason it worked for Hootie is because Hootie and the Blowfish wasn't far off from country. That was like pop, country, light rock anyway.
It was.
So it wasn't really a big pivot. But like Aaron Lewis was like emo, where it's like an acoustic guitar and I'm sad, and it's like, all right, well, fucking stop being sad, dude.
So the real president was interviewed yesterday.
God, that woman, man. Every time I have to watch like an ABC News thing, and she's like, you notice every news channel now has their fading reject close out every clip. Yep. Fox News has Sean Hannity. ABC uses this chick. It's always whoever's they're trying to help boost.
You know President Biden extremely well, and this is a really important moment.
This woman looks
for
like a
his
cave
administration.
drawing.
Needing to pass comprehensive legislation. And even within the Democratic Party, there seems to be some divide. How do you think he is handling this particular moment, and what does he need to do to pass his agenda?
Well, first of all, I think the Build Back America program, the package that you described.
That I gave him. I mean, I'm sorry that you described the package that I put together and pushing, and basically I'm the president of the United States right now. Yeah, I think I worked on it really, really hard.
I think Joe is doing a wonderful job. All he's got to do is keep listening to what I tell him.
He's killing it.
Is something that America desperately needs.
Mersh,
We desperately need it.
I want you to look at the most important thing on. Okay, I'm going to tell you what it is. Can you tell me what the most important thing on the screen is?
Steve from Blue's Clues.
No, it's
Oh, it looked. I can't see because I don't have it maximized. It looked like the Steve from Blue's Clues.
That's a here. I'll full screen. Everyone can see it. This is a picture of.
Oh my God! It's not. I thought
Obama.
it was. Now that I blew it up.
It's a picture
God.
of Obama opening up his shirt, showing that he's the president, like Superman.
Right. But he's not. Anymore.
But remember, Trump was an egotistical maniac.
But isn't that also bad optics? Like, wouldn't that be like if, like, all right, remember when, like, Batman, they got a new Batman? Because old Batman was old Batman. Remember Batman Beyond? This would be like if in Batman Beyond, all of a sudden old Batman started putting the costume on and undermining the new Batman and doing interviews. Yeah. And just being like, yeah, I'm also Batman.
No, you know what? I'm sorry, but you set a perfect reference here. You did it by mistake, but it is like Batman Beyond because you have the new Batman who has the old Batman in his ear telling him what to say and do. So this is exactly what it is.
Yeah, except that the new Batman was a sharp young kid, who was ready to take up the mantle. Very passionate young kid, and in this case, the old Batman is younger than the new Batman.
Mm-hmm. Also, what kind of man sits like that?
That's like if in Batman Beyond, old Batman found an even older, like more decrepit old man to take up the mantle of Batman.
Exactly. Yes, and this is new. This was put up 2 days ago.
Could you imagine? You imagine how bad? Like if Joe Biden was the new Batman, imagine how good the Riddler would get him.
That's a good point.
Us stepping up and spending money on providing child care tax credits, making those permanent to help families.
You saw what was stuffed in the infrastructure plan?
At this point, man, there's really not much you could.
Well, okay. How about you're right. There's a lot of stuff, but something that would affect us directly, all of us directly. I'm talking about every person listening, everybody in the world, everybody in the U.S. Basically, the infrastructure bill includes a per mile road tax pilot program. So what they want to do is because cars have become, forget the electric cars, regular cars have just become more efficient, right? And so when they get their like 18 cents or whatever out of every, for the infrastructure when they tax gas, they're not making as much money as they used to. So what they're doing now is it's a pilot program in the infrastructure bill where people from all over 50 states can opt in. Now, check this out. You have to opt into this pilot program to see best ways that we could track drivers to see how many miles they're driving. And then after 1 year after doing this pilot program, they're going to bring it back to Congress. And if they approve, they want to implement they're not taking away the gas tax. That's still going to be there. But they want to implement a tax for every mile that you drive. You will have to add that. There'll be a new tax thing at the end of the year. So you have to pay taxes, not just for the gas, but for how many miles you drive.
That's insane.
No, it's in the bill. And looks like they haven't done it yet, but it looks like the conservatives are going to vote yes.
Oh, of course. They're at red flag law, all of it. They're all just, please don't charge us for 1.6. That's what they're doing
Yep, you're
right
right.
now. Every Republican right now is just, please don't involve me when you do your January 6th commission. I'll vote for whatever. Little fucking crippled Madison Cawthorn. I mean, literally, you got Dan Crenshaw, Madison Cawthorn. I mean, you don't have enough parts to build a working human with most of these people if you combine them all.
It'll be a really shitty Voltron.
Yeah. I mean, it's Madison Cawthorn's legs, Dan Crenshaw's eye, and Marjorie Taylor Greene's tits. What kind of fucking Frankenstein monster is that?
So Morocco Mole says, how would they enforce it? Well, they haven't said specifically because it's a pilot program, but what it says here in this article is it would either be new vehicles would be required by federal law to have a tracking device in them, which
good.
digitally could tell you. If you had an old vehicle, you would have to basically register the old vehicle, and you would have to have an app on your phone that tracks how many miles you've driven, so they could track you. And the government would have all that information. As we all know, the government doesn't leak people's personal information. So forget the money. Well, not forget the money. The money.
You think I live in Florida? You think I can't find some Puerto Rican who in a week is not going to figure out how to take that fucking thing out?
Mike just attaches it to a pigeon, and they're like, he's fucking flying all over the place.
We got to stop this guy. He has the ability to fly. He has a flying car. Stop him. They fucking actually scramble out like a couple of F-15s to chase a pigeon.
Mm-hmm. And that's basically the new thing. Oh, Semper Realtor goes, that's another good point. They could also take your mileage at registration. So when you have to re-register your car every year, they might see how you told them how many miles your car had at the beginning of 2022 and at the end of 2022 to re-register. You got to give them your mileage. However, that's going to be weird because different states are different. Like, for example, in Florida, I could re-register my car online. Like, I don't need to go into the DMV unless it's, I need a new plate or whatever. I don't have to go to the DMV to re-register, but that's in there. So just, that's good. And remember, it's Biden's plan. It's not Obama's plan. And Pete Buttigieg will be in charge of this. He will be in charge of this new plan, this new pilot program.
Who for a long time have needed help when it comes to things like childcare. You're looking at making our infrastructure function more efficiently.
You mean human infrastructure?
Why do I need to help you with your childcare, though? That's the problem I've always had. Like, I didn't have kids because I understood that I would probably not make a great parent, and I would probably make bad decisions, and I would probably be reliant on, help. So because I didn't go that route, why are the people that just keep fucking cranking out little fuck trophies daily? Why do we owe them anything? Like, I understand helping them out. Like, nobody should have to starve or not have an education.
I disagree.
But I mean, why do we have to give you more money? Like, the more you fail, the more money you get. That's how we're setting up society.
Oh yeah, but here, let's go a little bit more.
A lot of buildings, roads, bridges, ports.
We know what infrastructure is, Barry.
So that they are fortified against climate change. And
if climate change is such an impending doom, why do you live right on the beach?
Yeah, it seems like a bad investment.
Right. It's going to be underwater. And look, according to Al Gore, okay, it's going to be underwater 6 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no, not
well,
even.
actually
9
7.
years ago. 9. No, 9. He said 2012. 9. Yeah,
Jesus.
9 years ago, we would remember the whole. Dude, I'm sure you remember it. The whole scare tactic was most of Florida is going to be underwater.
Florida is unchanged.
That's not true. We now have Dog the Bounty Hunter here looking for a killer.
That is true. We got dog involved. I'll tell you what, if they want to do this road tax, why don't they just have Dog the Bounty Hunter track all the cars? Huh?
That's not a bad idea.
It's the worst idea I've ever had.
No,
actually.
dude, I really like that.
You just like that because then they won't be able to sustain the system because he's an idiot.
Well, let's see how the vaccine.
Oh, by the way, as soon as this infrastructure bill passes, I'll bet you 2 days later they find Brian Laundrie.
Oh, okay, yeah, and on top of that, on top of finding him, they're going to tax him for every mile that he was on the run. So that's going to be super fun, right?
And they'll go, Catherine, one of the interesting things as I've been covering this case is we have the infrastructure bill that's going to track cars. Do you think that would have saved Gabby Petito? What if that was your daughter? Wouldn't you want tracking devices on all the cars your daughter drives?
I'm going to say something. You said that laughing at the end, but you know what? I'm done laughing at this stuff because every time we do this, then we go, how many times have we said we were joking about that? It's going to happen.
I like manifesting these things into the world. Let's do it.
100% going to happen.
Let's crash the plane like Bane.
So let's see how the vaccine PR is going. What do you think? And I'm not talking about vaccinated Puerto Rican people. I'm talking about public relations. I want to point something out before I hit play. And no, this isn't Ryan Long over here. I want to point out something.
By the way, when he said it was him, I was like going to bed late at night, and I looked, and it's such a low resolution.
Mm-hmm.
I was mildly upset for 2 seconds. I was like, please don't tell me. And then I was like, oh, that guy has eyebrows. No, never mind.
So I've said this before. I don't agree with Stephen Colbert politically, but Stephen Colbert used to be funny.
Oh, he used to be hilarious.
When Stephen Colbert was making, kind of doing a parody of Bill O'Reilly, right? And he was coming on after Jon Stewart. Very funny dude.
I'll go back even further.
Stranger with Candy.
That one was good, too. I'm going back even further.
Oh, wow.
I was a huge fan of The Daily Show. I loved Even Steven. Even Steven was one of my favorite segments that they ever did. It was Steve Carell and Stephen Colbert. And remember, they would always, like, John would bring up a fucking whatever the point was going to be that they would debate, and he'd go, like, all right, vaccine passports, good or bad? And they would literally start off by going, yes, no, yes, no! Like, that's literally how they started the debate every time. They would bounce back and forth with yes and no until somebody screamed, and then they would start to... That was my shit, man.
So this is what Colbert's doing now.
What? Is that even... Like, what's funny, though?
I can't... You know what I can't figure out? Honestly, more than any... Forget everything, all this other stuff. You know what I can't figure out? How Gutfeld is beating this. How is Greg Gutfeld beating this?
I mean... Because he's a right-wing... Because what he's doing, Royce, is he's manipulating the emotions of stupid Trump-supporting QAnon people.
Oh, I see.
And the reason why Gutfeld is number one is because white supremacy is clearly the biggest existential threat to America.
Yeah,
But again, what's the funny part? Like, I feel like Peter Griffin. I was watching that show the other day. Which one's the funny guy?
Yeah.
Like, it's just like, I don't know what... Vaccine. What is the...
You know the weird... Okay, so this is something you have to understand. When AP cheated and I lost, the stipulation was a loser had to make a COVID parody video, right? I, of course, I wouldn't say weaseled my way out of it because stipulations where I could parody any song, but make it about COVID. I actually, to be a dick, did this song. And then I did all the music.
Okay,
and then I just said, then when it went da na na na, I said COVID, and then that's it.
That's funny because the premise being is that you didn't want to do it
because I weaseled my way out of doing something cringe. Exactly.
So that's funny, but that has a backstory. That has a context. This is literally them. Dude, it took longer to get into that stupid needle costume. This is so dystopian. I'm just looking at this in my brain. I'm like, there's dancing needles on the television.
But you're not allowed to talk about it.
But how is Colbert's soul not just eating?
He doesn't have one anymore.
Yeah, I guess
that
not.
was sold, bro. The moment he got this show here on CBS, sold, gone, done.
And it sucks, right? Because like guys like Fallon sold out to be the next Jay Leno. Guys like Stephen Colbert sold out to be the next Letterman, but you're not. You just have their time slot. So it's not even like they got tricked. Like this is the classic monkey paw, like deal with the devil. What was the really bad Brendan Fraser movie with the hot bitch?
Bedazzled.
Bedazzled.
I like that movie.
It's a bad movie.
No, it wasn't. Take that back.
Cool. You know who loved that movie? The Israeli. So
that's why you hate it?
No, I liked her. You didn't.
No. I know, but you hated everything about her.
That was a bad movie. It wasn't. No, she fucked like a champ. You know, she had the prettiest butthole I ever saw. But no, just her taste in movies was bad. But this is the Colbert thing. These late night hosts. It's like that deal with the devil, but there's going to be a catch thing where, like he's like, I just want that. I want to have the Late Show. I need to have the Late Show. I want to be the next Letterman. And they're like, we'll give you the Late Show if you sell me your soul. And then he sells his soul, being convinced that he's going to be the next Letterman. But you don't even get that. You don't even get the thing you thought you were going to get. You just got a fucking time slot on a dying medium. And nobody, like, outside of the confirmation bias people that watch him, nobody takes him seriously anymore. And now he's getting beaten by Greg Gutfeld.
The amount of money that they fucking spent on this is ridiculous. They made the needle suits. They made all these fucking light graphics on the floor. What I think is funny is like the ecosystem that these people live in, right? The ecosystem is wonderful because CBS is network TV, right? So CBS gets all their money from ads, right? All the ads are people that believe the same thing that they do, paying them to believe the same thing that they like. All the ads are for movies, right? That are coming out from stars that are telling you have to get vaccinated and believe everything that this guy believes. And then after they pay for those ads, it's weird because only the movies that pay for ads on the shows then become guests on these shows so they could plug their shitty movies, which of course are movies about how you're a terrible person because you're white.
So what you're telling me is the entertainment industry now is running on the same economy as like Patty's Bucks?
Basically, yes, correct.
Remember the Patty's Bucks episode?
Yes, I remember.
They're just cycling the same money around back and forth.
Well, that's not social distancing. What if she gets a breakthrough case?
Yeah, seriously.
Wow, that's first off, murderer Stephen Colbert.
It'd be so funny as if like the lady with the needle, the lady who hits the needle, touches this woman and immediately Bell's palsy.
Falls right on the floor.
Also, why is Steven Van Zandt dancing with him?
That's a good point, but also to the left, Frozen, is that you?
Not me.
I'm not convinced it's not this time. You know, I'll be on your side, Frozen, when it's like a woman or he's obviously being a dick, but I'm convinced that's actually you. Actually, I'm actually more convinced that that's, hey, this is Library. He looks like that guy.
He actually does.
He looks exactly like, hey, this is Library.
Or the Virginia Tech shooter.
Well, you know, I didn't want to drag heroes into it. I didn't think a hero would be at this kind of scene. Not distancing. Nobody's wearing a mask there.
Vaccine.
Because even though L.A. Does he film a show in L.A.? He does, right?
I think so.
Let me see. What does it matter? L.A. and New York, because actually this works for both of them. Even though the city that they're in has an indoor mask mandate, whether you're vaccinated or not, remember, these people can crowd into a studio and they're safe because there's an exception if you're...
Yeah, asshole. You're acting like you've never heard the term Hollywood magic.
Well, Hollywood.
They're being protected by Hollywood magic.
Right. Hollywood magic, but yes, you're right.
This isn't even a good bit, though. Like, let's do this, right? Let's say we're in a writer's room, right? And we're all brainstorming for an idea. Royce, pitch me this idea that we're going to do tequila, but we're just going to say vaccine.
Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Okay, we're gonna do that classic song from the Pee Wee Herman movie, Tequila, but instead of tequila, we're gonna say vaccine.
And that's it.
Well, they're gonna be in vaccine costumes and dancing around.
Okay, you're fired. Does anybody have Shane Gillis's phone number? Anyone? Can somebody get him on the phone? You're out. Get your shit and get the fuck out.
Right.
That's the laziest shit I've ever heard in my life. This is lazy. It's not even clever.
Well, that's what Colbert's doing. Just killing it. Late night comedy. That'll beat Gutfeld. That'll take him out.
And honestly, like, even the Pee Wee Herman bit was funny because it wasn't the song or the dance that did it. It was the whole premise was the fact that that's all it took for him to win over all those bikers was he did this stupid tequila thing, and in the end they just made him a biker.
Yep.
That was what was funny about that.
Again, so we don't get in trouble with YouTube, we have to mandatorily play this.
It's vaccination day. It's vaccination day.
These people are sick.
Vaccination day.
Now, would you keep something in mind? This is
These are sick people. No, I'm sick. These are sick fucking people. These people are not well.
This is the Holderness family. I've actually met them.
Oh yeah, you've told me about this.
I met them at a gas station in Orlando, and they were actually very, very nice.
I get it. And I'm not saying they're not nice. And I'm not saying that everybody that's in this group psychosis is evil or bad.
Right.
But they're all sick, right? Like, this is sick.
It is, of course.
Appointments are open, I'm group 4. I don't have to stay here anymore. I'm sick of eating takeout on these plates. The time indoors has got me stressed, but I just checked on CVS. Finally, they're giving me some dates. I'll see actual real life people. It'll be totally strange. I might even get to go see a game. For the first time in forever, I'll hang out with someone else.
I know you started making... Okay, first off, ADHD is awesome. That's real funny.
Yeah, no, it's great. That's a fun thing to have. It's fun. It's fun to have to take legal amphetamines for your brain to even work kind of properly. That's fun. Isn't it fun? It's awesome.
Frozen, can you please read what her shirt says?
Currently adulting.
You're fired. That was a trap.
God
damn it.
That is they're both equally enraging shirts.
Well, I've watched these. I've made fun of these people before we even did our show. Like these are OG YouTube people, right? And I made fun of them, whatever. Ever since they got like a bunch of subs and big making money off of this, that woman has had so much surgery done to her face. It's insane. Remember what she used to look like, Frozen?
Yep, she was pretty hot.
Now look at her face. What is she doing?
I'll be honest. You know what? I hope one of their kids is Batman.
Love you, but for the first time in forever, I won't watch sports by myself. Because you don't like sports, you know. I could go to a bar with buddies. You're the best. I don't have to live in fear. Love you for the first time in forever. I won't be right here.
The top comment: the human race is doomed. Second comment: so powerful, I'm literally shedding tears and spike proteins.
Okay, another good one.
Third top comment: I searched for vaccine day cringe and did not get disappointed. Well done.
You know what, man? Look, maybe I shouldn't have any fucking hope. You know what I mean? Maybe I shouldn't, but I'm starting to feel maybe a little bit of hope at times. A lot of people have had it.
Another top comment is from Mark Dice. Mark Dice, I'd rather catch coronavirus and have to listen to this insanity.
Just mock these people every chance you get.
Then somebody quoted, the obedient always think of themselves as virtuous rather than cowardly. Robert Anton Wilson. Dude, this is really like mostly people making fun of it.
Okay, I did a before and after.
This is the type of men they're trying to create. That was another comment. This is the state of men in modern day. I'm heartbroken. This is damn near as liberal gets. I've never had a more serious cause of douche chills in my life.
Serious case of douche chills?
Okay, sorry. Case of douche, yeah.
I like that douche chills is still alive and well.
That's a good one.
Well, he's got a lot of fans.
What's the ratio? 23K up, 3K down, which doesn't make sense when you look at the comments, right?
No, it does not.
It does not. And Frozen,
no, it does not.
You said you put it before and after? Okay. Thank you. This is her before when they first started.
Damn.
Trust me, I know this. I've made fun of the Holderness family for longer than I've known you, Mersh. I've made fun of the Holderness family.
He looks better now, and she looks worse.
And this is them now.
What did she do? Why do they always fuck with their lips, man?
He did age better. He really did.
Ladies, stop fucking with your lips. There's not... I've very rarely, if ever, seen a good lip job. Stop fucking with your lips.
So wait, what you're saying this didn't change your mind on the vaccine?
Can you go back to her again when she was hot?
When she was hot, sure. When she was
look at her. Oh my God, she was a
dude. She was very, and that she doesn't even. That's just even. I would say that's even a bad shot compared to how she looked in most videos, right? So the whole story about these two, the Holderness family, is the guy on the left used to be a news report, like one of those morning news guys on a local TV station. Mm-hmm. And then they did that song. Remember that song went viral? This is years ago. That Christmas Jammy song, and that song went viral, and then they became huge because of that. And yeah, they're still making videos, and she's still getting surgery.
Jesus, man, she looks rough.
Yeah, not.
And he looks fine.
Great. Not doing great, yeah. Well, men age better than women, too. So, let's go back to, because, again, I want to, the reason I pulled all these videos today is I want to make sure that I'm trying to be compliant with YouTube, right?
Well, of course, we want to get that propaganda out to these people,
so
just like good little boys.
You know Smosh?
I've heard of Smosh. Smosh has actually had some stuff that's made me laugh before.
I'll kill you. Don't ever say that in my presence. I
think I saw one video one time that I chuckled at.
Okay, anyway, Smosh, and they do this thing that we actually used to play on Daywave, but we can't anymore because I played it a bunch of times, but one day all of a sudden it got copyright blocked, and it was this thing called what was it? Try to make me laugh. What was it, Frozen? What was it called?
Try to make me laugh.
Try to make me laugh. Where all these are all improv people, so you know they're already sending their best. These improv people it was just 15 minutes of them trying to make each other laugh, and fucking Christ was it cringe. So let's play this. When?
Oh, sorry. Try not to laugh.
Try not to laugh. Try not to laugh.
I'll say this though. Great Value Aubrey Plaza could kind of get it.
Well, let's see. I say no only because I've seen her and shit, and she's fucking just insufferable. But okay.
It feels like we've been stuck in this house forever.
I know. I wish I could go like anywhere.
I need that vaccine.
What?
You can go anywhere.
Yeah, you can. You never couldn't.
That's the neat part. You always could.
What are you gonna do when you get the vaccine?
What are you gonna do when you get the vaccine?
What are you gonna do when you get the vaccine?
Oh, what are you gonna do when you get the vaccine? What are you gonna do when you get the vaccine?
I'm gonna go to a concert. Woo!
Still wanna fuck her?
Okay, I take it back.
What are you gonna do when you get the vaccine?
Stop washing my hands.
What's the?
You don't like fucking Great Value Charlie Day?
Again, which one's the funny guy?
What are you gonna do when you get the vaccine? Think about the new COVID strain. You guys read about this? It's poised to become the dominant strain, rendering the current vaccine useless.
You're being kind of a downer, dude.
At least he washes his hands.
Okay, well, he's not wrong.
Remember when COVID first started too, and everybody was like giving people like the kind of advice you give like a 6-year-old.
Wash your hands after you use the bathroom.
Yeah, seriously. Wash your hands when you do anything, dirty, and then also, practice good hygiene. And you're like, yeah, okay, that's fine.
I mean, I was always doing that.
I think I can.
I was already doing that, but okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Too much. Oh, what are you gonna do when you get the vaccine?
I'm gonna go to brunch. Woo!
What are you gonna do when you get the vaccine?
Plunge my dirty hands in the bulk bin at the supermarket.
So he's like the really wacky one.
Yeah, he's like the crazy one.
Trail mix, brown rice, beans, gummy sharks.
So is this just like if you're loud and make a lot of funny faces, it's funny?
It's improv comedy, man. And this is what improv comedy is, dude. It's improv is the worst of all. Like, I'd rather watch a fucking professional juggler, a magician, like in the hierarchy of horrible fucking of horrible entertainment. Improv has always been the worst.
Yeah, when I did stand up anywhere, any city I've ever lived in where I did stand up, all the local comics just treated improv people like garbage.
Like one of my friends, I was talking to her and she was like, "Oh yeah, I'm like dating this guy, and he wants me to go to his improv show." And as soon as she said show, I go, "Break up with him right now." I'm like, it's not worth it. I go, it's not. And she goes, yeah, he wants me to go to one of his shows. You guys want to come? And I go, let me explain something to you. First off, I'm not going to go to downtown Orlando. But secondly, I would fucking rather shoot myself in front of my family and torment them forever than go to a fucking improv show in downtown Orlando.
That is true. But to be fair, you talk about doing that all the time.
I don't want to be around anymore.
Royce has brought up shooting himself in front of his family to torment them 3 times this week.
I don't want to be around anymore.
Oh, fuck. I'll make sure when you die, I'm going to make a memorial Royce bracelet, and we're going to sell them by the fucking truckload.
I wish I could, man, Mersh, there's nothing more than I wish I could show you some of their try not to laugh things, because I mean,
challenge successful. Did you succeed in the challenge?
Fucking bad.
Let me guess, Royce. Your batting average is 1,000.
Yeah, I've never laughed.
He used it to torture me and JJ on dating.
I'm gonna do a little clip. I think a little clip's fine as long as you don't play too long.
Congrats to Damien, who is now the champ.
Filled with the knowledge of your own.
Put me on your fries, but don't eat me every day if you wanna stay alive.
All right, so now if the dude that's dressed in the Ethan Klein Teddy Fresh pedophile hoodie and has the fucking terrible Mo Howard bowl cut, if this guy just decked the woman in the French dressing thing, I would lose the challenge.
Oh yeah, of course.
If you just decked the ranch dressing girl, I'd be like, there's no way I can't laugh at that.
Okay, try not to laugh. Okay, ready? Are you ready? Okay. Come on, center yourself. I don't want you to laugh, okay? Good.
Oh. Would you like a sippy sip? But I'm Captain Morgan, but you can call me Cappy Mo.
Also, I like that you just lazily have all the outfits hanging right off camera. Like, you can't just put those away.
But there's also ukulele.
And also, what is she? She's just making noises with her stupid mouth. And why is she has a pirate hat on. She has a Kentucky accent. Her face and hair she looks like a literal mannequin from the neck up. And she's wearing Sami Zayn's pants. So I'm very confused as to what's happening here.
Don't worry, the guys were really funny too. You ready?
Why is Macy Gray in this sketch?
That's Amber Ruffin.
That's not even.
Maybe the problem is we're not letting him set up the jokes.
And then why can't they just be good, right? Like at the all right, if I was gonna do a mime bit, I would try to at least spend maybe 10 minutes in the mirror trying to get the stiff motions of a mime like practiced a little bit. But he's just doing it poor. Like they're doing everything badly. And also, who's this white supremacist, the Boogaloo boy here?
Hello, Shark. Today I'm introducing you to my product. It's unpatented and unlicensed. It is called Long Thong. Have you ever had a thong that is too short?
Wow, already off to a great start. We're off to a fucking great start.
I fucking hate improv people.
They are the worst.
I might hate them more than I hate the globalist leftists.
Yes. Have you ever had a long butt? Yes. Therefore, I invented this product called Long Thong for the long butts and the long pee-pees and poo-poos out there, because sometimes we need to be advocated.
They're even fake laughing.
Pee-pees.
Did you see his fake, I'm trying to suppress a laugh at that?
And poo-poos.
Please go back like 5 seconds. Sure. I need you guys to really see. Just 5 seconds back, you'll see the like it's a fake. Oh, I can't handle it.
The long butts and the long pee-pees and poo-poos out there, because sometimes we need to be advocated for.
Right? That's just a fart noise.
So these are the people that we have to listen to about the vaccine, you know?
Boogie Bumper says, improv is fun to do, but bad to watch. Like anal.
God, that's fair.
Good line.
Hey, Frozen, what's going on in Canada?
If individuals choose to not get tested for COVID but are home with an illness, they're now counted in the list as being part of that outbreak.
So we'll just add everybody. Just say everybody has
If
COVID.
you're home with a head cold and you don't get if you don't get tested, they're going to count it as a positive part of the it's COVID.
Hey Royce, there used to be a word for that sort of thing. It was fraud, I think, or
yeah, it was
lying.
Medical fraud specifically.
Yeah.
Outbreak, and so it's less dependent on needing a test to be a part of identifying where there is an issue. We are, as I mentioned, working with education to determine if there are any adjustments that need to be made.
Huh?
So we're just gonna make up the numbers.
Correct.
As we go.
Yes.
So everybody that by the way, think of how many people take a sick day from work, right? Who aren't even sick.
Everybody. I mean, everybody's done that. Like, that's not
so
even.
You now have COVID.
Oh no.
How can they do this and then expect anyone to? And then how are there still millions of people screaming at you on Twitter, being like, "Oh, trust the science, bro." We're doomed.
Well, I trust this. Oh, I apologize. I did not realize it was going to be that rough. I should have known because it was Australia. But
in 12 days, Queensland could lose 1/10 of its police service. 1,200 officers suspended without pay for refusing to get their COVID jab.
I'm sorry, but those numbers aren't right. If 10% of the police force in Australia or in that city are getting laid off or leaving, I've seen how many cops are tackling one guy at a time. That would be probably 27 million police officers.
That's a really good point. To be fair, we were watching Victoria.
I honestly thought Australia was just like 60% police officers now.
Well, it has to be when it's a prison colony.
Yeah.
The police commissioner has spoken exclusively with 7 News, defending her hardline stance and
Her hardline stance. We already know the problem here.
insisting she can continue to keep Queenslanders safe.
So what you're saying is, and correct me if I'm wrong, even with 1/10 of the police force saying no and leaving, 1,500 police officers are not going to get the vaccine. You're saying you could still keep the citizens safe. So there's two things going on here. Two options. One, you can't keep them safe. That's impossible. Or two, you've had a bloated police force for a really long time, and we're wasting all of these people's tax dollars on thousands of police officers you didn't need, right? Like, but that's it. Those are the options.
That's like saying, like, a police department saying, we didn't need that seized Ferrari. We didn't need that helicopter.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
And you're like, well, then why did you have a goddamn helicopter? Why did we pay for that?
A fresh batch of police recruits ready to hit the beat.
Oh, and they're all women and
going back
beta males.
I was about to say the same thing.
Look at that killer's row. Fucking look at this.
You know how SW has a boys stable? I want a COVID stable. Can we have a COVID stable? Because they're my stable. I'm telling you right now, these guys are in my stable for sure.
Look in the back. When did Rose McGowan join the fucking Queensland Police Department?
Or that one?
Either or.
Or that one. Or that one. Or that one. Or is it that one?
And also, why is the guy from Black Rifle Coffee now working for them? This is very weird. Is this a psyop?
Well, we saw where that was going anyway. He also, the guy from Black Rifle Coffee, said he's gonna dox all the ones that didn't take the jab and Alex Jones again.
Mm-hmm.
Hit the beat.
Imagine doxing Alex Jones. Like, imagine trying to get on his property.
I wouldn't.
Imagine trying to sneak onto a nutcase like that's property.
I killed him. I shot him right in the head. By the way, with Texas laws, you know?
Could be fast-tracked through graduation as the police commissioner grapples with...
Police commissioner.
A lot of medals, a lot of ribbons. Again, Jen Rhino sent me a fucking screenshot yesterday because I kept talking about how the World War II guys had, like, no ribbons.
Mm-hmm.
He sent me a picture of Dwight Eisenhower, who had one row of ribbons. I think he had like 3 or 4 combat ribbons. Dwight Eisenhower. And now you look at this nowadays, even these shitty female useless police chiefs, just chests are just emblazoned with regalia because they're such heroes.
By the way, I'm not going to be afraid of anybody with that hat.
Yeah, no, seriously. You look like you look like a taxi driver from Brooklyn in the 50s.
Or you look like a current meter maid in fucking New Jersey.
You look like a fucking train conductor, you a fucking asshole.
Yeah, what the fuck are you doing?
Australia's most decorated veteran train conductor.
Jesus, they give medals for everything.
Yeah.
Hold on here. All right. Okay, let's go back to A Streetcar Named Desire.
Was suspending as many as 1 in 10 officers unwilling to get the jab.
I'm very confident that we've done the math on this.
How many medals do you have, lady? I didn't even see the other side.
You didn't see the other side? You didn't see all the medals? No.
Look at the goddamn... Look, I'm calling it. There's no way in hell that this woman has been this heroic. Like, I've seen recon Marines that came back from 4 tours in Operation Iraqi Freedom that do not have this many medals.
Okay, so this medal right here is for losing a war to emus. This medal right here is for participating in Crocodile Dundee 2.
Yeah, the one on the other one is actually just for getting the vaccine.
Yeah, no, this whole row is for the vax. That's for every shot she's gotten.
Each one's a booster.
Each one's a booster, yeah.
Oh, I need me booster medals.
At least she's ugly.
Yeah, that's there is that.
Math on this.
Of Queensland's 12,000 police officers and 5,000 support staff, 33% haven't reported receiving their first jab.
So wait. Hold on. At the beginning of this, they said 10%, right? Am I wrong? Now it's 33%. Oh, because I get it. Okay. Because they're now counting the support staff too. I see. All right. So like the people that work in the fucking office and stuff like that. Okay.
They have until October 5, or they'll be stood down.
The most challenging time for us is the next 2-3 months until we get that, 80 or 90% that's required.
Speaking exclusively to 7 News, she says she'll fill the gaps by shifting police around the state, increasing overtime and having some officers work extra shifts.
So basically what you're going to do is you're going to put a burden on the... So to thank the... Hold on. To thank the officers who did what you wanted to do, get vaccinated, they get to spend less time with their kids and have to work 80 hours a week.
Yeah, you get that overtime though. So you can afford the next booster shot.
Overtime to spend the money on what? You can't go outside. You can't take your family to a restaurant. What are you going to spend the money on?
That's true. There's not even a carrot anymore for Australia.
Australia's all stick right now.
You're just gonna get the jab, and then you're just gonna get locked in forever.
Even graduate more recruits if we need to. So
you're gonna graduate more recruits. So what you're saying?
So you're gonna rush people through the academy.
Thank you. That's
you're
exactly
gonna rush
what
them
I was
through
going to
the
say.
academy.
You're going to forego their proper police training.
They're just walking around the police academy, pinning a badge on janitors.
It's going to be great.
Congratulations, you're near a police officer.
But then the problem is the janitor's black and he's also not vaccinated.
But he's an Aboriginal, so he's indigenous, so they can't make him.
No, they do. They have a new plan where they're going to go out and shoot them with tranq darts that have vaccine in them. It's going to be great.
There weren't enough police available to defend our border. The military called in just 4 weeks ago.
Wait, what border? You live on an island, you assholes.
I think the state's border.
Oh.
They're talking about the state's border because they didn't want people traveling.
God forbid.
Yeah,
God
that's
forbid
the
people
reason.
freely travel within the nation of their, birthplace. Yeah, that's insane.
So they had to call in the military. I'd like to know what percentage of their military is vaccinated. I'm really trying to figure this out because there are some little white pills that are popping up everywhere when you start finding out that when New York has to call them, one of the most liberal fucking cities in the world, but when New York City has to fucking call in the National Guard to replace nurses, that's a significant amount of fucking people that are saying, fuck you.
We very much welcome them back on board.
But the Commissioner insists losing up to 1,200 serving police is manageable, referencing events like the G20 and Commonwealth Games.
Yes, but see, the differences between like the G20 and Commonwealth Games is like they had like a start and a beginning, right? Like for example, if your state gets the Olympics, right? Like let's say when Atlanta had the Olympics, right? Yeah, absolutely, for sure. For like a month, their police were going to be overstretched and they're going to be, they got to work extra hours, and I get that. But this isn't something that has a definitive end. If these people don't get vaccinated, what are you going to do? What's your plan here? You could call in the military, I guess, but then what?
Yeah, have your military just shoot your own citizens in the street. That's always good optics.
No, it isn't.
So
Mike.
from July, it was 40% of the Australian Defence Force is fully vaccinated.
Only 40% is fully vaccinated? Their fucking military?
What is the Australian Defence Force African American?
Oh, no, that's impossible.
30% of
Why? What do you mean? Their vaccination rates are low and they're committing violent crimes against their own countrymen. I'd say
it's higher. Okay, fair enough.
They qualify.
Working on that, so we know what it's like.
Queensland's police union fully supports the mandate but wouldn't comment today. It comes as a 55-year-old officer was charged with official misconduct, accused of smuggling his daughter across the border. While senior
Good for him.
He had to smuggle his daughter. So basically, An officer wanted his daughter to be with him, and that is now a crime in Australia.
Mm-hmm. You can't smuggle your daughter across the state lines. What is happening over there, man? You guys really need fucking guns.
That's okay though, because there was another mRNA vaccine. Well, I'll just play it.
Remember, Sanofi is developing two types of COVID-19 vaccine, the mRNA one and one is a protein-based vaccine, more classic technology that is like the flu vaccine, a known technology they're trying to develop. So they announced this morning those results for their phase 1 and 2 for their mRNA vaccine. And
Can we get somebody who speaks fucking English?
This is our Mike. I'll tell you something. Get fucking used to it. This is going to be in 10 years what all the news is. So
a dabba 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 do. Can you get me a fucking English speaking person, please?
Man, Mike turned into Fred Flintstone.
It doesn't even have to be their first language, but at least their second.
So they said this trial showed neutralizing antibody seroconversion in 91 to 100% of participants.
So basically, Sanofi, I'll translate for you. They were making two vaccines, and they halted development of the mRNA vaccine because of the trials. And now they're just going to be doing the traditional viral, like the J&J one, the viral one.
But why? I thought we were. I thought this was breakthrough technology.
They're working. There's no side effects.
I was told, Royce. I was told to trust the goddamn science. Are you telling me now the science has concluded that we shouldn't be using the mRNA?
No. You have to trust the science. You listen. You could listen to all the science, but you could only speak out about the science that's positive about it. Even I get it, and they're allowed. They have an exemption. They have a media exemption, right? Which was the place that's going to have an exemption for journalists, Frozen? You were telling me off air.
For journalists?
Yeah, you were telling me they were passing something like an oh no, maybe it was a donation, but yeah, I forget what country is going to pass an exemption where journalists are allowed to say what they want, but citizens can't. Oh, the country's America. Sorry, I apologize. I always confuse that country with
beautiful for spacious skies.
Oh fuck. So they're canceling Russell Brand.
Good. It's about time.
Russell.
Son of a bitch. Let me guess. He raped somebody. Did some real Harvey Weinstein, Kevin Spacey shit. Huh?
No, he just said that Trump was right about the Clinton and Russia collusion.
Uh-oh, that's even worse.
Also for making Get Him to the Greek.
Oh, he's getting canceled.
Oh, well, that's fair.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
It seems like years ago that we were hearing that Trump was colluding with Russia, that he wouldn't have won the election without Russia, that his whole presidency was a kind of Putin plot. Well, there's now serious evidence that it was the Clinton campaign and Hillary Clinton acolytes that were directly involved in the generation of what has proven to be a conspiracy. Untrue. Think about how much media you watched. Me, a person who I would think, broadly speaking, is from the left, a liberal.
He is. He absolutely is.
Certainly not a Trump-supporting Republican, with respect to those of you that are. I find myself in awe, gobsmacked, flabbergasted and startled by these revelations that Russiagate was a Democratic conspiracy. Let's unpack...
Oh, buddy. Well, there goes your career. Yeah,
I guess you can go on tour with Jim Brewer.
And again, keep in mind, Russell Brand is a fucking lefty, okay? He is. And he's like, listen, look, I don't fucking like Trump or anything, but are we going to talk about all this evidence that came out that this was totally them working against them?
Hack that now with the help of Glenn Greenwald. A lawyer for Hillary Clinton's 2016 campaign was indicted on Wednesday with one felony count of lying to the FBI about a fraudulent Russiagate story he helped propagate.
Oh, what? And it's not like people are getting kicked off of Twitter for saying that. It's not like people are losing their YouTubes for saying something that turned out to be 100% true.
Well, yeah, of course not.
We have to recollect just how prevalent this story was. Every late night talk show all over the news, it was just, you were bombarded with it.
It qualifies as collusion. The product of collusion.
And collusion?
And my personal perspective is, I want the world to be better. I want to believe that the Democratic Party are reliable, that they are the party of inclusivity and diversity and truth and social justice and all great positive
See,
ideas.
guys, relax. He's still retarded. For
No, I
anybody
get
who's
it,
been that concerned.
but even with saying that,
what my concern is becoming is that these are totemic issues pushed to the forefront to mask ordinary, regular corruption. Like the Russiagate thing, the Hunter Biden laptop, all of that stuff. Like there are people that just...
Oh, yeah, he also talked about how the Politico thing came out and said the Hunter Biden laptop was real. Like, they go, look, say whatever you want, but now they're coming out and saying that, yeah, that was definitely Hunter Biden's laptop. They were able to confirm it. Like, and by the way, New York Post is the only one that ran a real article about it, but they were always able to confirm it. They've always had the ability to confirm it. They didn't because they were afraid that they were going to have another Hillary, situation on their hands, which they blame Julian Assange for what happened to Hillary, and not because she was one of the most unelectable people ever to run for president ever in the history of the world.
But what if they just stopped, recording all their crimes on laptops and then losing them?
Where are they supposed to record their crimes, Mike?
What if you just didn't?
Commit crimes or record them?
Either or.
Listen.
At best, yes, not commit crimes, but at least case scenario, not record them.
Did they learn anything from Frank Underwood? You never say anything explicitly, but you just have a dude that knows what you want done.
just absolutely believe that that's true. And when you watch something like that Social Dilemma documentary that says we all live in bubbles where we feed off certain types of media, it's becoming like there's becoming a deep bifurcation with people over here believing in this reality, people over here believing in this reality. And in a sense, we need to come together to form a collaborative vision for what America is, or accept that you can't have nation states anymore, that you'd be better off with separate confederacies, separate...
I'm fine with that.
Yes.
I'm actually okay with that. Like a lot of, was it Sarah Silverman that said that? And there was a bunch of right-wing people going like, yeah, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
We accept your terms. That's perfectly fine.
Listen, I've always kind of flipped back and forth. Like, there have been times I was kind of against it. Maybe times I was kind of for it. And like my overall reason for not being pro-Balkanization is because it would make us weaker against people that want to fuck with us. But the thing is like, that was when I thought America might live. America's fucking dead.
Correct.
And at this point, balkanizing would at least extend our time a little bit.
Independent places where people can believe in their own separate truths, because truth is complex, but lies are obvious, and Russiagate was a lie. Michael Sussman was charged with the crime by special counsel John Durham, who was appointed by former President Trump to investigate possible crimes committed as part of the Russiagate investigation, and whose work is now overseen and approved by Biden Attorney General Merrick Garland. Sussman's indictment is the second allegation of criminal impropriety regarding Russiagate's...
Bro, man, the news cycles are so fast now that the news cycles just fly by. Like... The Russiagate...
Yeah, it's by design, for sure.
I know, of course. And now we're not... Now that... See, because here's what happens. Here's what they do, right? They don't really lie. Well, I mean, they do. They lie by omission, right? They lie by not telling you what's going on, and then they silence you at the time, like what they did with the Hunter Biden laptop's a great example, right? So they silence you by saying... New York Post, even though you did all your research and you're 100% right, you're not allowed to talk about the story or share it. And then what they do is they'll get one outlet. It was only one outlet, right? They get one of those outlets like a Politico or an Atlantic or whatever. They'll have one of them come out, one of them outlets come out and go like, oh, yeah, we did the reporting and it was his laptop. And then that's it. They'll never talk about it again. But then if you do try to question them about it, they go, excuse me, we did confirm the story. Yeah, when it was too fucking late and it didn't fucking matter anymore.
I'm sorry, but we had an election going on. We had to get through that first.
Exactly.
Then we could get to the Hunter Biden stuff.
Exactly. All right, let me see. Oh, I gotta check our coffees. Let's see here.
Wait, I like this. Did you see? Somebody just sent me something on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
a screenshot of a CNN thing saying this could be the first year that we have the COVID and the flu at the same time, and it could really get people bad.
Yeah, because remember, the flu just disappeared.
The flu just went, for the first time in hundreds of years, the flu vanished last year and the year before. It was weird.
It just didn't exist anymore. So, let's see here. Poggers Bear bought a beer. Lying in my bed, eating a slant-eye food, dying of COVID. This shit isn't really that bad, just fucking annoying. MMA Fix, 2 beers. Started getting into MMA by watching some older UFC fights. Have you guys heard of John Jones? Super nice guy. He stopped the thief from robbing a lady's purse. What a role model. Oh, no. Retard Hard On. In his book, O.J. Simpson said that he would have taken a bullet or stood in front of a train for Nicole. Man, that is some bad luck when the one guy that would have died for you kills you. That's a Norm Macdonald joke. I know that one. That's a good one. By the way, I fully 100% I'm always fine with Norm Macdonald jokes coming through. Mr. Bibido, I just wanted to point out that back in 2012, DC Comics created a black Superman who also happened to become the president of the United States. Yes, they did, in one of the Elseworlds. The Niggler, 2 beers. Hey, Marsh, I do believe you owe me an apology. Your Jewishness really showed last night. All I asked was a simple question with the little money I have left.
Oh. Yeah, I was pointing out, see, and I know you deal with this on your show too, and on this show, when people do a $2 super chat and cut a bunch of words out, so they ask you a question and you have no context for.
Right, right.
And I was pointing that out last night. If you're going to be cheap and spend $2 and ask, what about so-and-so in reference to nothing, then you have to spend more money to explain the context.
Yeah, that's usually what happens. And then with the buy me a coffee, because you can't actually put a limit on it, you'll get like fucking paragraphs.
Dude, we were talking about something completely just whatever, like the Gabby stuff and all the stuff we're doing, playing these videos that the listeners made last night. And somebody literally spent $2 because, and you can only write like 4 words, and they wrote, what about Jules David, like Mike David's wife?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like,
what about her?
What about what? This is why you just pay the $5 so you can give me some context. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna start going around with the ROTC account and just going into big giant chat rooms and for $2 dropping very mysterious questions.
So have you seen this? Well, I'll just play it. But this is a woman in Canada, and she's having a fight with an Indian family, I think. Here you go.
Want to say it to my face?
Turn the back around.
What are you?
I
am pure white, you motherfucker.
I am pure white, you motherfuck.
You get the fuck out of my town! Fucking racist bitch. Yes, I am. What the fuck are you talking to? You fucking racist bitch.
I'm a racist bitch, and I love it. Oh, it's not over.
You fucking racist. You're nothing to me. You're fucking.
She comes back.
I love it. Lady, you're killing your battery.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, if you're going to argue, I would park.
Yeah, you know what? I'm a witch. We're supposed to be drowned, you dumb fuck. You know nothing about witches. You want to fuck with me? You'll see what happens.
I hope you follow the
You
water.
know nothing about witches. You want to
Well,
fuck
if you're
with
a
her?
witch, can't you cast a spell that makes your legs work?
No.
Or makes your glucose levels go down, so you don't need to.
The only
fucking
way
ride
that she
around on
gets legs is she loses her voice. Have you seen the documentary A Little Mermaid?
Oh, that's true.
Jesus Christ, bro.
Don't say that.
Oh, leave it.
Don't say that. It's okay.
Don't answer.
She has some issues. She's saying it to everybody.
Bother. No, just keep quiet. Just ignore her.
You're getting fucking curry all over my park.
Well, they might be getting curry all over her park.
I mean, I'm not there. I can't smell it, so it's possible.
Disgusting! In the fucking language. Disgusting! Yeah, right. I'm the Canadian here. I'll fucking speak my languages, but fuck you and yours.
I love that you're just ramming over curbs and stuff. This lady's
I'll
just
speak my language. I'm the Canadian here.
It's actually quite entertaining. No, not goodbye. You goodbye. And then I don't have to goodbye. Just, you didn't pay
Also,
for yet.
anybody who's filming this and going, never in my life, this is so hurtful. I can't believe we're better than this. Shut up. Nobody should be out looking to be a victim here. Everyone should just be laughing at this lady like the good old days.
No, nobody should be saying like, I can't believe you, but everyone should be going like, check out this bitch. That's why, look, I'll give credit to black dudes when they film stuff like that. A black guy wouldn't be going like, you shouldn't be saying that. He'd be going, man, this bitch is wild. Check out this bitch. She's fucking wild.
Yeah, like if there was a whole army of people standing outside this family's house holding up signs that said, get out, Dothead or something. You know what I mean? You go, well, that's mean. But it's like nobody's on this woman's side.
Yeah,
right. You know what I mean? It's not like, yeah, get him. Like this is what, like in the good old days before everybody had their phone out and they're like, never in my life. Check me out on Instagram. I'm a victim. Back in the day, we all used to just film people like this and go, this woman's fucking nuts. This is hilarious.
Don't even live here, so fuck you!
6 months.
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. She's doing the double fingers, bro.
Can we make her all elite?
Can we give her a couple cans of Steve Weiser?
Yes, actually we can.
She has a skull on her chair, too, somebody's pointing out. This is like an old diabetic female version of Stone Cold Steve Austin. If you want to see these Indians get the hell out of our country, give me a hell yeah.
When you call someone that's actually mentally insane racist, you're not doing anything to them.
You're also not doing any favors for your cause.
You think her being called racist is the worst thing that's happened to her?
But it's not, forget about her. You're also hurting your cause. Because you're just going to label every nutcase as a racist, but then you're going to hurt your credibility over time. Because I think most normies can differentiate and go, well, yeah, I mean, he's probably racist, but that guy's crazy.
Yeah, but he's not. Who cares what he's saying? Like, if a crazy guy that's talking to himself and eats his own shit starts saying the N-word, you'll be like, I mean, okay, that shouldn't bother anybody.
I like that we both were going to use a poop analogy. I was going to say if a homeless guy was walking around with no pants on and poop smeared on his face and was yelling the N-word.
Who cares?
Like, I don't think anybody would be like, wow, guys, systemic racism. This is why black people are mistreated by people in high positions of power. You're like, he's a homeless man with shit smeared on his face. And I don't think he's going to be running for Congress.
And that man was Joe Biden.
Joe, get back inside.
No, these stupid bleeps.
I just want, before Joe steps down, I want one leaked footage incident where he like breaks away from his like security detail out in like the yard of the Oval Office. I just need some footage of him, like them trying, like greased up deaf guy, like everybody just
You'll
trying
never
to get
catch
Joe.
me.
Like an out of control toddler, or like a dog that gets out and nobody can corral him back in.
Remember when Bob Dole ran and everybody thought he was too old and senile?
He's still alive and still sharp as a tack.
Mm-hmm.
And you're older.
Oh my God, Bob Dole! Did Bob Dole outlive Norm Macdonald?
Mm-hmm. Because he did a tribute to him on Twitter. He's 98 years old, Royce. He's still
98
alive.
years young.
And he literally, the day when Norm died, posted a picture of him and Norm on the set of SNL and was like, Norm was always gracious and a funny guy, and rest in peace. Bob Dole is 98, still alive, and probably, I guarantee you right now, if you said, I'm not saying he'd be super sharp, but I bet you if you sat down and started talking about international issues with Bob Dole, his brain would just kick into like, well, you know, we need to get back on a gold standard. Or like you'd have some like shit to say, and you'd be like, wow, he's still going. But Biden literally looks like he's scared and lost. He looks like a little kid in a mall that can't find his parents.
Yeah, Bob Dole would understand what's happening with China. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah? You scared me?
And you know, he's 98. You know, he's 98, and he probably still eats things like ribs and enjoys a good bourbon.
Good for Dole.
He's probably one of those old guys that's just like, it's my birthday. I want to go get bourbon and some ribs.
You fucking scare me! I don't care. They don't understand English. You fucking scare me.
Go home.
You know what scares me?
Hey, not in front of my daughter, man.
Hey, man, not in front of my daughter, man.
Well, you know what? Maybe instead of trying to get victim points for being a victim of racism, maybe get your daughter away from the clearly unstable, crazy person.
By the
right?
way-
wouldn't that be your first instinct if you had a toddler that was a daughter of yours that was toddler age, and this woman was being a maniac? Wouldn't you be like, yeah, instead of yelling at her for saying bad words in front of my kid, maybe I get my kid away from the crazy old fat lady who's doing large Marge doing donuts in her fucking hover round on the boardwalk.
All right, I got two things here. First, I have a update on this woman. She was arrested for causing a disturbance, or charged with causing a disturbance.
Okay, well, I mean, this is one of those where that's fair. She should be fucking arrested, and I wouldn't put her in jail, but I would put her in some sort of mental institute, right?
And upgraded to hate crimes. No, I'm kidding.
And the second thing, check show links.
Okay.
Uh-oh. I hope it's not a palate cleanser, this woman. I
No,
can't handle
no,
that
no.
today.
She is all elite, though.
Oh, okay. That's by the way, these never get old.
She's all elite now.
The fake all elite things never get old to me.
She's all elite now. They're signing everybody.
No! Don't swear in front of my daughter!
I have my daughter in my house. You know what? Don't fucking talk your language in front of me then, and I won't.
She's speaking your
my language. Otherwise, fuck.
I wouldn't. Nobody on one of those things should ever get mouthy because those are so easy to tip over.
She reminds me of Beverly Kaufman.
Okay.
Why are you freaking out? You're in a public place right now. You know.
Yeah, I'm really sorry, but if you could not freak out, that would be great, eh?
Hey, why are you freaking out, eh?
You Canadians, man, you're fucking weird people.
Yeah, that. By the way, you never hear that accent thicker as you do when you tune into Irrational Times.
Oh God, dude, he is like
he has no accent in any of his songs when
No.
he sings, but as soon as he talks, he's like, yeah,
he's like fucking Trailer Park Boys.
Why are you freaking out?
Him and Jim Edward.
And we're Jim's Canadian comes out more when he's drunk, so all the time. It's like all the time, always.
Exactly.
You know what I realized, Mike? We at Canada, we've surrounded ourselves with a lot of Canadians.
Yeah,
Frozen,
I don't think
Pessy,
we've.
Jim, Irrational.
No, I don't think it's that because it's like the same reason. It's not us, it's them.
I
think
agree.
about it because we got Lauren Southern, Crowder, Gavin, all these Canadian grifters come here. And now we have Canadian people in our circle because Canadians don't have anything interesting going on. They don't. You no offense, Frozen, Jim, you guys, but your country isn't interesting. Your people aren't interesting. You got you're literally you're camped right next to the wildest country in the world. And you guys are like, yeah, but we have poutine and Tim Hortons, eh? And it's like, nobody cares. Nobody gives a shit. So you have to kind of attach yourselves to America because if I was Canadian and all I did was think about Canada, I'd be so fucking bored.
Well, you know what? Jim Edward defending himself, and I can't argue this. He was referring to, unlike Crowder and Lauren Southern, at least we still live here in Canada.
Yeah, I get his fucking point, but I would trade those people for these guys any day.
Let's do it.
I don't think it worked. We're not baseball teams.
Oh God,
Roy,
and
so-
Ryan
We're
Long
doing a
and
draft?
Danny Polishek. I'm trying to think of all the Canadians.
We're gonna do an American Canadian draft. Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
By the way, Ryan and Danny are probably the worst of the two, right? Because they're like, let's get out of Canada, eh? Because this is terrible. And it's like they're from Toronto, and they go, man, I need to get out of Canada and go get a taste of a real America. And they move from Toronto to New York City, which is just bigger Toronto.
Bigger,
Nothing's changed.
Excuse me, bigger and dirtier Toronto.
But if I lived in Canada, if I lived in Toronto and I wanted to be I want something different, I'd go to Tampa or Las Vegas or somewhere where at least you go, wow, this is nothing like Canada.
All around right now.
Yeah, most of them don't know English.
This is Canada.
Oh, for the
This is Canada, man.
Look at you! What a fucking joke! Are you fucking serious? Or seriously fucked?
I like that needs to be on a t-shirt.
Are you fucking serious or seriously fucked with an outline of her on her fucking motorized
love her.
scooter? Yeah.
That's it. It doesn't matter what color you are, what race you are.
He does a little bit.
Colored people are around you right now.
Like, just go home. And look, you guys have kids.
Look all around you.
You know what I love too is that she's clearly the aggressor and she's clearly the asshole. But I love these little social justice mobs that, like, now optics wise, you now all look like the assholes because now you're surrounding this woman who's in a wheelchair,
A mentally ill woman in a wheelchair.
now everybody's surrounding her and yelling at her, and you're like, well, see, now she's just becoming a master troll. She's now baited you people into looking like bigger assholes.
Don't go home. I don't have to go home. I am home, you dumb fuck.
That's not nice. Stop.
Everybody who knows you.
Get off of me! Get off of me!
I'm not on you.
You're not supposed to touch me!
Oh, this guy put his hand up like he was going to hit her. Did you see that?
Yeah, Hesh from The Sopranos is about to smack Beverly Kaufman.
Get off of me!
I'm not on you.
You're not supposed to touch me!
No, it's okay. Leave her.
You know what? She's starting to turn me.
You know what I would do that whole time everybody was arguing? What I would do is I would just be looking up on my smartphone, like, the model and make of that wheelchair, and then I would just pull the battery out.
I am a police officer.
Oh,
I am so.
If you are a police officer, then you would know better than to touch somebody.
What an example you are!
Go home. You know, total embarrassment.
Okay, next time I won't wear this because I'm pregnant and nothing else.
Okay.
Oh my God! Listen to the women. Of course, they can't shut the fuck up.
Yeah, women need to stop.
No, you don't have to explain anything to her.
Ba-dum. She loves those double birds, man.
Good for her. You know what? I'm honestly on her side now. I don't care.
I mean, I wasn't until it became like 20 on 1. Like let's shame this woman instead of like me, right? If I'm at a, like, that looks like a nice area. It looks like they're right on the boardwalk.
Where is
like
this,
a nice little
Frozen?
fucking dock. Looks like it's on a lake.
This is at Port Perry, which is like an hour north of Toronto.
Okay.
So it's like a lake or a river, right? It's some kind of nice.
I used to go
little area.
fishing out there a lot, so.
Yeah, so it's a nice little area, right? So if let's say I go there in the afternoon, I just want to chill out, and this is happening, right? And like I would stay and I would be amused by it for a few minutes, and I would get my footage and I would laugh. But if it got annoying, like I would just leave. I'd be like, obviously she's crazy. They're trying to reason with a crazy person.
Yeah,
it's like I'll just leave, man. If it's bothering me that much, I'll be like, I'm leaving.
Hey, this is boat dock.
Quiet.
Go.
Bro, this woman's snapping because my sister's wearing Pakistani clothes. Like, buddy.
Did you even think this isn't a free country?
It's not. Hold on. Now I'm on her side. This is not a free. Canada's. Okay, let's ask the Canadian. Frozen, is Canada a free country?
Do you want the lie or the truth?
The truth.
Not much. No.
Okay, so you're not really in a free country. If they could put you in front of a human rights tribunal for telling a joke and then fine you $50,000, you're not really fucking living in a free country, are you?
I get what you're saying, Royce, but it was a racist joke. We don't tolerate that kind of thing.
God damn it, you're right. I want to apologize to all Canadians.
How's your Prime Minister's sock collection coming along?
Frozen? How is it?
I wouldn't know. I don't pay much attention to his collections.
Should we check in on Florida?
Sure.
Okay. This is our buddy, excuse me what, over at the Florida's largest country music festival. It's called Country Thunder.
I hope he at least like checked all the balconies and stuff.
Hold on. Wait a second here.
What?
Country music's pretty cool. Am I right?
No, I don't hate country. Listen, I love the South. I love country people.
I think it's going to rise again.
I think they're a rich, vibrant, unique sort of American subculture, and I've never had a bad thing to say about country.
And you know, this is what I always like. I always try to make fun of the Southern people and country people, and you know, sometimes it's warranted. But
Of course.
the difference between the difference between this, like, most of these country people, most of these Southern people are in on the joke, right? Like, you can't really hurt them because they go, hell yeah, we ride our Jeeps around and we go mudding and we like country music. And they're standing in front of a sign that says free haircuts specializing in mullets. And nobody's mad, right? Everyone's laughing like, we do have mullets here. You're right.
Not only are they standing in front of it laughing, they're both fucking like at least 8s. A pair of 8.5s standing in front of it.
Florida 8.5s for sure.
Yeah.
And that's good because, you know, these would be like Milwaukee 12s.
I would even honestly give them 9 just because there's no tats, there's no, you know what I mean? There's no half a shaved head, there's no leopard print tat on the shoulder. You know what I mean? I would give these girls a 9. Damn, you a 9.
Is one of those Gabby Petito?
Uh-oh. We might need to call JB Buno on the case.
Let's
JB, order some more bracelets. We need a lot of. Hey, can you do me a favor, Frozen? Find out what the best price you can get on a bunch of turquoise is.
Okay, you get JB. I'm gonna call Dog the Bounty Hunter. We're gonna get our special team on this.
833 tell dog. Yes, that's the real number.
I know. Trust me, I am very aware of the phone number.
So since I moved down here to Florida, I've been hearing all about these crazy Florida country folk. I've been down here for 9 months, and I just realized I haven't been to a single country concert. So I decided to go to the biggest one in the state. It's called Country Thunder. Come check out who I met.
Girls at the party, shaking that body, making that, hey. Central Florida weather, it's all rainy, and she want to tell a couple secrets.
Yo, you got secrets? What are your secrets? Tell me some secrets.
I like to put succulents between my toenails. Banana peels on my face.
What?
Snakes crawling on my skin.
What is this?
Okay.
You know what I have to say, man. You know what I like about him? It's so easy. It's low hanging fruit. The easiest thing in the world is to do what he does, but do it in an exploitive way.
Oh, of course.
But he never goes that route. Like
No.
he could easily do the all gas, no brakes thing and edit things and make people look dumb in post. But he doesn't. He just immerses himself in there and he's like, nice, people are kind of all right. Like he never, that's what I like about him.
Shits on them.
Yeah, he's never like, let's exploit these fucking freaks. Like he's just like, no, let's go to the freak show and let's go be a part of the freak show for the day. And you're like, all right, that's kind of cool.
Frozen, can you look up where the Country Thunder Music Festival is? What city? I think I missed it.
All right.
Hang on. He's getting me a quote on a bulk turquoise.
Oh, the turquoise. Price per carat is, if you get the high grade stuff.
Obviously, the high grade stuff. A woman's dead.
Mm-hmm. We're going to honor Gabby Petito with only the highest grade turquoise.
$10 to $50 per carat.
All right, go a little lower. Give me a quote on the lower stuff, and then also find out
a cent per carat.
Okay,
that's the fabricated stuff, synthetic.
Thank you. And now tell me where Country Thunder Music Festival is. Thank you.
All right, I'm on it.
Country Thunder does sound like a radio station.
No, it doesn't. It sounds like a WCW pay-per-view.
106.5 Country Thunder. Coming up, we got some Waylon Jennings for you.
Yes, that's right. Country Thunder will not play Taylor Swift. Yes.
Poor Thomas calling in, not getting the fact that he's been hearing a slide guitar for an hour, but he thinks he can somehow talk him into playing Katy Perry.
This can't be right. It says it's in Arizona.
No, this is Florida's biggest country music festival. Maybe he says it in his video.
Oh, Kissimmee.
Oh, God, it's right over there.
God, it's right next to us, Mike.
Can I also say the other thing I like about him? Super lazy about travel.
Good for him.
I'm based in Orlando. We got the biggest country. Oh, wow, it's right in Kissimmee. Nice. He probably took an Uber there.
Right by us.
Holistic medicine? What is that? You go buy boots?
I'm Boots. I can open a bottle of beer with my boot.
How'd you learn how to do that?
I learned it today in the parking lot.
Not going to lie, she could get it.
Of course.
She
That's
could get
false.
it, man.
Okay. Why'd you say that, Daniela? She doesn't want a threesome.
I like that P where she likes that V. What rating is this channel? Is it
Rating?
PG-13?
No, you can say whatever you want.
Okay.
You see the way he's shoving the... Oh my girls at the party, shaking that body, shaking that thing, looking at me.
I'll say this, man. I wouldn't fuck that bitch, but I'd invite her to any party I was having.
She's fun.
That chick is fucking.
For
Yeah,
sure
that
fun.
chick is lit.
And she's got a fanny pack.
That
so
chick nobody wants to fuck, but everybody's always like, "Yo, you invited Kim, right?" Yeah, no, she rules.
she has a fanny pack, so she's the one with the drugs.
You know, she's got
guys
some,
or girls?
or as they call it in the biz, Royce, she's got her gimmicks in there.
Yes.
Both.
How do you decide which one you're gonna have tonight?
Okay, so if you really want to know,
Yes.
I really want to know.
let me see it.
Let you see.
Let me see it. Oh my.
She rules. She rules.
Remember what I was saying earlier, though? That's the difference is that you can make fun of Southern people, and some of them, maybe some will get mad, but for the most part, they're in on the joke. You know what I mean? Like, what are you going to say to them? What are you going to say to Tammy that's going to make her feel bad about herself? You can hurt Tammy's feelings.
Honestly,
she's a
if
machine.
If you fucking, I swear to God, if you look into it, we rank high across the board on quality of life categories, like across the board.
Yes.
So everybody here is kind of like, yeah, I don't care, dude. Like I live a good life here. I'm not gonna be talked. That's why like the circling the wagons and trying to shame Florida on a national level hasn't worked. Which is kind of like, yeah, no, it's fine.
You
Yeah,
saw
no, it's
the
beautiful here and
video of the
cheap to
black
live.
guy catch in Florida catching an alligator in his fucking fucking trash can. Come on, what are you gonna do to us?
What? It's not that type of channel, man. I don't have an OnlyFans. What do you want from me? Dick dies, save lives, right, Daniela?
Oh, Danielle's she's down for a good time. I watched her drink 3 seltzers to my 1 beer earlier, so she can definitely hang with you. She's not gonna tap out.
A classy lady. A classy lady. How about you, Daniela? You like country guys?
She want a liberal, thick girl.
She want a liberal thick girl?
Daniela, you like country guys?
No, but for real, she likes Republicans. Anything that starts with a Trump and ends with a Trump, that's her.
So hold on. I just want to point out that unlike the internet wants you to believe, right?
The liberal biracial lesbians hanging out at the country music show with her white Trump supporting friend.
That's normal here. Like, again, the world's not really at each other's throats. She even said, yeah, she's a fucking lesbian and she's a liberal. Then was like, oh, she's a stupid Trump supporter. She's an idiot. And they're fucking hanging out and drinking together at a music festival. Come on.
Dude, I've tried to explain to people all the time that, like, we don't really do the whole racial thing in Florida. We really don't.
No, you're right.
You just
You're
don't
right.
see a lot of it. It's usually people in Florida. Floridians consider themselves Floridians, kind of
That's
the way
correct.
Americans used to consider themselves Americans. So it's just like we're like whatever, dude. Like there's always mixed people everywhere, hanging out, doing shit. Like I don't. Doesn't
like country?
fucking. No, go ahead. Sorry.
No, it's okay.
Guys?
She want a liberal, thick girl.
Daniela, you like country guys?
No, but for real, she likes Republicans. Anything that starts with a Trump and ends with a Trump, that's her.
What about Trump Jr.? He's kind of handsome, right? Got a good hairline.
You got a nice hairline.
Thanks.
Another girl
Even the lesbian wants him.
that wants to fuck him.
It's enraging.
I appreciate that. I just got my hair cut.
Oh yeah, I could tell.
How we feeling?
Oh, yeah, I could tell.
Bro, other than the lesbo, I haven't seen an ugly woman at this place.
Well, let's check out
Look
these
at the
ladies.
boobies on this one.
Come on, ladies.
Feeling pretty good.
What are you looking to get into?
Brother, this is the way, man. We gotta go. I gotta start listening to country
down
music.
upon the Swanee River. I'm singing the Florida State song.
And by the way, these country girls, man, their priorities aren't as fucked up as most of these other women either.
Today.
Oreo cookies over there.
Why should people come to Country Thunder?
She's got some great tits.
Hold on,
I'm
wait
not
a
even
second.
a tit guy, but man.
I have to ask a question because is that mother-daughter? That might be mother-daughter. Almost positive, actually.
It could be.
Let's see.
Come to Country Thunder.
The party hardy. That lady that was just on was terrible.
Oh, her voice is brutal.
Sorry, Tinsley, whatever her name was.
Do you like country guys or city guys?
Country. They're just better looking.
What about a nice Puerto Rican from New York City?
That was very funny.
Drive me mad. My husband hauls cattle.
Your husband owns cattle?
Hauls cattle.
You gotta bring it to New York, dude. There's options out here. If any of the guys out there are trying to get a country girl, what's your advice?
Wear Wranglers. Pull your drawers up. Don't show your boxers or your underwear.
Country women, baby.
Mullet. Yeah.
You like a mullet?
Yeah.
If I got a little mullet, do you think I'd do better around here?
Yeah. Definitely not. No.
This is, I want to point this out. This is a white supremacist. I want you to look at this picture. This is a white supremacist Trump country concert, right? Because that's what Twitter would have you believe, right?
Mm-hmm.
Look at this group of people.
But it's Florida, man.
I know. This is why Florida rules.
We're exempt from everything, including COVID.
All their shirts say, "Show me your Tito's."
I've been trying to tell people for 2 years
I
how
want
fucking
that
cool
shirt.
it is here.
I want that.
Oh, you could get that easily. I guarantee you there's fucking liquor reps that have boxes of those laying
Show
around.
me your Tito's.
Show me your teeth.
It's a picture.
Oh, wait, is it a
Wait, so-
picture? Show me your teeth.
Like a nipple.
Is that it? I've been in the gym. I'm trying to work on my Tito's.
I need to work on mine too.
Yours are fine. You got nice Tito's.
About 10 grand to work on mine.
But we don't discriminate. We love all
don't discriminate?
Look at all these gross white supremacists. Yeah, we just come here to watch the music. We don't really care.
Ready for Eric Church?
Who?
You like Eric Church?
Love Eric Church. Do you?
I don't know who Eric Church is.
Your people like Eric Church is and you're at Country Thunder?
Yeah, I know.
That is sad.
I know. I'm just trying to learn. I'm from New York.
I'm from Chicago.
Oh, there we go. Nice.
Chicago.
What do you guys like better, country guys or city guys?
Country guys. Yeah,
You like mullets?
I wouldn't say mullets.
No,
no
mullets.
Some of my friends have had mullets and they're like not the best.
Just a tame
No.
country guy, you know?
So you don't want like the American flag, like
No.
overalls. If any of the dudes that are watching want to get a country girl, what should they do?
Follow us on Insta.
That's what they should do. They should follow you on Insta. That's what they should do. I don't know what else.
You should come here because it's freaking amazing and Eric Church is gonna play in like 20 minutes.
Should we know who that is?
No idea.
I'm assuming it's some sort of famous country person.
But I'll hang out with this chick and pretend like I know who that is. Hell
Sir,
yeah, that's
show
why
us
I
your
came here
Tito.
too.
Don't know. But they saw us on the way in.
What's your shirt? Oh, it's the same shirt.
Tito's was giving those away. I think you're right, Mike. Probably.
No, I think Tito's were giving away the tank tops. That guy looks like he has an older one that he got from another thing. I'm serious.
From a different music festival.
Yeah, because I guarantee you they're always making new "Show Me Your Tito's" shirts, and he probably got that at the last country music festival.
Someone's got to show us their Tito's.
You've seen them every night.
That's your girlfriend?
Yes, I've seen them.
She keeps talking about how small her boobs are. I think they're fine.
They're fine, perfectly fine.
You guys
White
like country guys or
supremacists.
city-
Look at all these fucking white God, country is divided.
By the way, if that's it, so that's not a trans person. That's just an ugly black woman.
Yeah, no, that is just an ugly black woman. That's not a
So
trans-
we are now. I'm now docking points from Fed Up Southern Girl, who immediately needed to be angry about something and had to go. Oh, of course, trans people. Ah,
No,
well,
that's just
you were wrong.
ugly black girl. That's definitely
See
ugly
that?
black girl.
See that? You're angry all the time for nothing. Anyway.
So he's from New York and he needs a country girl.
I'm a city guy, you know. I'm just looking for advice for all the city guys out there. How do they get a country girl?
Buy a fucking truck and a boat.
Even the thick girls are cute. Jeez.
There are some thick ones that are
Yeah.
made for breeding. Like that girl's made for breeding.
A boat for sure.
What if they ride the subway?
Ride the subway? We're in Florida. A boat. You get all the hoes with a boat.
She's actually not wrong.
Mm-hmm.
If you have a boat in Florida, you will never be starving for pussy.
That's true, but honestly, you don't really have to have a boat in Florida to not be starving for pussy either. It's a nice bonus.
I better see myself.
Yeah, you'll see yourself for sure.
Okay. I need to be a YouTube celebrity.
You're must-see TV. How you guys feeling today?
Feeling real fucked up.
Trump DeSantis 24.
Feeling real fucked up.
Oh my God. Tall Adam Cole's there? No fucking way.
Yeah, this is
Sound great.
the Chad squad right here.
Yeah.
Do you guys
By
have
the way,
premarital
both these
sex?
guys are getting their dick sucked at this concert.
This is a good question. This guy's asking a good question. Let's hear it.
Great. Do you guys have premarital sex?
No.
Absolutely.
No.
Not you.
That's against the rules.
You're a man of
No?
God.
Man of God. Yeah.
You look like a man of God.
Thank you.
That guy gets so much pussy. It's retarded. Actually,
That's the angle you play.
Of
Like,
course.
Yeah, no, I don't do that.
No.
Shirt especially. No.
Have you ever went home with two? Have you ever went home at 2 with the 10 and woke up at 10 with the 2? Absolutely.
Do you guys like country girls or city girls better? What's your favorite?
Oh, Daisy Dukes all the
You
way.
gotta go Daisy.
Why? What's the difference?
Booty.
Principles.
I feel like in the
Boots, boobs, booties, and this guy goes principles. Principles.
He's gonna run for office someday.
city, though, you might find some fatter ass.
Wait, you're on YouTube.
Yeah, I'm on YouTube, dude.
I see you all the time. He's great.
If I want to get a country girl, what should I do?
Oh my God.
You wear jorts?
You do. You're rocking those fucking jorts.
I appreciate it. Thank
I
you.
wouldn't say that.
Did you buy him like that, or did you cut him off?
I cut him.
It's not real if you don't cut
You
him.
can't buy them.
Also, you gotta go down one button.
All right.
Right there. You're one button too high. There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, hey, he's not wrong. That's the Florida look, baby.
Yeehaw, dude. Joe, give the fellow some advice on country women.
They're actually the sweetest young things you could ever do.
Sweetest young things?
Yeah.
Not too young, though, right?
Not too young.
Of age, right? There we go.
You've been around for how long?
Like, how old am I?
That's how we say it down here.
You've been around for how long? 26. I'm 26 years old.
26, all
How
right.
old are you, dude?
I'm 26.
Oh, there we go, dude. There we
Absolutely,
go.
let's go.
Who you voting for next election?
DeSantis 2024. Let's go.
How about spit? Do you spit or swallow?
I don't do either.
Fine, dude. You're a prude? Come on.
I don't know what to do with my hands.
Car drove real good.
Dude, your hands look fine. Just put them at your side.
Red Bull or fuck you?
Yeah.
How you feeling, man?
I'm living life, man.
Okay, hold on. Can I tell you something? I'm sick of these white supremacists.
Getting real tired of it.
It's actually just Darius Rucker.
It is. He's performing.
To bring it full circle.
Man.
That's not Kelsey Grammer.
No. You're thinking of Darius Rucker III, his son. The
Oh,
Rumble.
okay.
The Rumble.
You're right.
Which I think was the name of Hootie and Blowfish first album. Was it The Rumble? I don't know if that's true. I made that up. But if I told you, because people would go, man, you know what I really liked? Hootie and the Blowfish's second album was called The Rumble. Most people were like, yeah, I know. Yeah, it was pretty good. Yeah, The Rumble was really good.
Life,
Doesn't
man.
get enough credit.
Yeah, exactly.
It's good.
I love your outfit, bro.
Thank you very much. I'm not gonna tell you where I got it, but it took a lot of siphoning through items.
You dress like this every day, man? You look great.
Oh, no, he stole it from this guy.
Yeah, America. Trump 2024, baby.
Did you plan on wearing the Crocs, or what's up?
The Crocs just came automatic. I had the Crocs for about a year now. So it just made sense. Thank you.
Yo, do you like country girls or city girls? What do you prefer?
I tell you what, my wife is a country girl, so I'll go with I like country girls.
Oh, there we go. I like that.
Yeah,
Keeping it safe.
Yeah, it's just my wife that I like. Love you, babe.
these Crocs are only for you.
Love you, babe.
I wear this for you, babe. Look at me. Living a life, to be honest with you, so.
Ladies, what are you shooting?
Koozies.
Uzis?
Hey, koozies.
Fire off a shot for me. Does that make you feel powerful?
Like a rocket launcher.
Do you guys like country guys or city guys better?
Country. I need a man who will like fix things. Like if something in my house is broken, I need them to be like, oh, I'm not gonna call someone to do it. I'll just fix it myself.
So like if I called an electrician, you don't like
I would
that?
hate that, yeah.
You look like a city boy.
I'm a city boy.
Yeah,
You
you're a city boy.
Why, the haircut?
I don't, it's just
The
like
outfit.
your
The
vibe.
vibe
I
is
like
it?
an
it's your vibe.
in-between guy.
Like a handy guy,
No, yeah.
but like
What's something manly about it?
someone that can fix things. Not everything.
Right now, you have to, Mercer's being quiet because you're looking up electrical schematics so you can fix things in the house.
Listen, by the way, I do like the fact that he even pointed out the subtitles. Like, see, yeah, city guys can't fix things, clearly.
Yeah.
Also, I do like the one on the right immediately retracted what she said. Did you notice that?
Yeah.
Because they were both like country guys. And then he was like, yeah, I'm a city guy. And she's like, well, I mean, I'm in the middle.
In
Yeah,
between's
between,
fine.
You're like, okay, bitch.
Thing, but like, okay, recently my toilet like valve thing broke and I don't even know what that is. And I need a guy who's like, oh, I'll buy you one and I'll fix it. Like it's 2 seconds.
Fixing toilets is hot.
Blue collar boys.
You want to get laid, just start fixing toilets, right?
Yes, fix toilets and knock down some walls and you're good. And that is
agree,
my
I
piece
I'll
on
knock down
tonight's-
some walls. if
Okay,
you want.
don't. That's not
If
what
she wants some walls knocked down.
That's not what she meant.
As my old boss Steve Foley used to say, darling, I may not hit the bottom, but I'm hell on the sides.
All right, let's see some of these here that came in. All right, Eric Fitzpatrick. The old lady on the power scooter reminds me of a sketch from Mad TV or In Living Color. Tamale Harris. Hello, Mersh. Thank you for subscribing to Daily Cat Facts. Did you know that cats and humans have nearly identical sections of the brain that control emotions? How interesting.
It's the puns at the end that are making me very angry.
N-Bird, in parentheses, a.k.a. Blackbird, bought a beer. It was revealed today that O.J. Simpson told police that Nicole Brown Simpson used to beat him up. He also claimed that she and Ron Goldman killed him. Old cynical guy. I've started going to the gym to be healthy, but now I need a health pass to go get in. Goodbye, Jim. I guess I barely even knew thee. Eric Fitzpatrick, about 2 beers. You know we may all be racist in Florida, but we also realize everyone else is right to exist and live. Land of second chances, baby. Mm-hmm. Eric Fitzpatrick, every town has a sandbar, lake, or river. You just have to know somebody with a boat to go to the sandbar. I've lived in Florida since 1996. Imagine how many topless women fights I've seen at the sandbar. Every town has a sandbar lake. Yes, here it's Lake Butler.
Yes, Lake Hollingsworth.
I'm telling you, there's definitely places. You go to the sandbar.
Lake Parker. I have like 4 lakes around. I live in Lakeland.
Yeah.
But yeah, it doesn't matter where you go in Florida. Look at a map of Florida and zoom in and go to not the city view, but like it's just literally, he's right. There's a lake or a river or
everywhere.
Somewhere where you can get a vessel in some water.
All right. I think, I just realized
get the hell out.
We went over.
Get the hell out.
Shit, we went over. Nightwave tonight?
Yes, we'll be there 10 p.m. Eastern is standard time? Standard time. We'll be there.
Daywave tomorrow morning. And, of course, where we'll be on our backup channel tomorrow, just youtube.com/ROTC Media or just search for ROTC Clips. We're also on Rumble. Just search for Revenge of the Sis. We're also on Odyssey. Just search for Revenge of the Sis. We're also on Twitch. There you have to search for We're Not Sorry. But the point is we're everywhere, okay? Guys, thank you so much for listening. Anything else we need to plug?
No.
Frozen, did we get palate cleansers?
I did. I have, since you guys were talking about Bedazzled earlier.
Is this what she looks like now?
Yeah.
This is Elizabeth Hurley now?
Where? I don't see it.
Look on the screen.
Well, I'm looking at I'm trying to look at the. Oh, wow. Not bad.
That's her now, man? That's fucking nuts.
See, this is what happens when you don't get fuckloads of desperate work later.
Yeah, good for her.
This looks like a hot old woman.
Yeah, good for her. All right, guys, thank you for listening. Thank you, patrons. You are the fucking best. Bye, guys.